I have been putting off doing this video for so long, and then last night I just had a freak out that I could go into labour at any moment, and I'd be so annoyed at myself for not like sitting down and updating you guys and kind of saying a little like see you later before I head off. I hate leaving things like unfinished and unknown, so I'm here, I'm sitting down and filming it, and hopefully I'll edit it and schedule it all on time. But even if I don't manage to do those things, at least I filmed it. So today's video is going to be a bit of an update on what you can expect from me over the next few months. For those of you that don't know, but I just think it would be very hard for you not to know, but maybe you haven't checked my channel in a while and you're coming back to see what I've been up to and you're watching this video. I am currently 38 weeks pregnant, so I'm 2 weeks off my full-term due date. So I asked on Instagram what you guys wanted to know, aside from the things I wanted to update you about. Let's start with the most important one. How long am I planning to be offline for? I think a lot of people in my industry don't tend to take any sort of maternity leave for many reasons. Money, so that we can keep earning. For a lot of us, we are the kind of main earners in the family, so it's quite a lot of pressure to keep earning money. Two, maybe because you want to work, you know, we love our job, and I think that kind of newborn stage when they're a bit sleepy can actually be quite boring, so a lot of people just want to get on with work, and then I actually think they struggle later when the baby's kind of 3-4 months. And I don't know, I just think that's the nature of working for yourself. It's quite hard to take time off. I think actually the main factor of people in my industry not taking maternity leave is because we feel like if we take our foot off the pedal and slow down and disappear for a while, people will forget about us, and you know, you'll get replaced by someone else and brands will stop being interested in working with you, and there's a lot of unknown fears. For me, I've done a video a week. I used to do 3 videos a week, then 2, then 1, but I've consistently done videos every week for my entire career. The only time I ever took time off was when I was writing my book. So it's a scary unknown of like lots of what ifs. But I really want to force myself to take some kind of maternity leave, both to show other women in my industry that you can, and hopefully you'll come back and people will still love you. But also it's just such a precious time. You only ever have your first baby once, and I don't want to look back and feel like I wasn't really present and that I didn't take any time off to just like recover myself and enjoy that time with my new baby. So I'm gonna try my best to do some kind of maternity leave that works for me, and I think I spent a long time thinking about that, but I think what that looks like for me is taking the summer off. She's due in May, so I'm saying kind of early summer, May, June, July, August, something like that. I think over that time I will probably try to make a couple of videos, things like introducing her to you guys on here. I want to tell my like labour and delivery story, and then I've also, well, I haven't yet, but I'm gonna film my hospital bag video. But instead of putting it live now, I'm gonna then film myself watching that video back and let you guys know what I actually ended up using and not using. So hopefully you can expect to see those 3 videos pop up over the summer, but obviously that's 3 videos compared to like over 20 that it would have been if I was doing one a week. So I'm not really going to be doing YouTube, but I think that's the right decision for me. And also with all of this, like, I reserve the right to change my mind. I don't know how I'm going to feel. I might want to work more than I think I might. I might want to take that time later in the year. I don't really know. Like, I feel like from now on, I would just love you guys to be kind of flexible with me and understanding that, I don't know, I know it's different around the whole world, but most of my friends get a year off work when they have a baby, 9 months paid, and then they take the rest as holiday. And that's like not working at all. So even if I come back like in September or something and start making regular videos, I might then go off the radar for a little bit, like if it all gets too much. I think I just need to be less rigid from now on, really, and just see what the next kind of year looks like for me. In terms of Instagram, I think I will still be quite active on Instagram. It's going to be a tricky one for me because I think I'm going to want to, and I'm going to want to share on stories. Probably won't be doing like fancy main grid photos. I might do a bit of work if things come up and they're relevant and I feel like I can manage it. I'm going to kind of play it by ear and keep chatting with my managers and, you know, see what's going on. But I reckon I will be on stories. I just need to find a way to make it so I'm not only kind of talking about baby stuff, because it's still my kind of work channel at the end of the day. And I don't think I'll have time or the headspace to kind of make sure there's a bit of beauty and a bit of food and a bit of fashion in there. So again, playing it by ear. But if you want to keep updated with what's going on, I think Instagram will be the place to follow me on. I will probably announce the baby when I have her on there, so definitely follow me on Instagram. My handle's @LilyPebbles, and then I'm sure there will be a video later to follow where I will say, this is my baby. Talking about the internet and sharing photos and stuff, a lot of people want to know if I'm going to be sharing the baby online. I've spoken about this briefly before in other places, maybe in videos, I'm not sure. It's something I've talked about and thought about for years, and I still haven't come to any sort of final conclusion, and I don't think I ever will. I think I will feel a certain way once I have her, and then even then I think I will probably keep changing my mind forever. But in my mind now, I think for me, it's really tricky to not show your baby at all online, especially with the sort of content I make, lifestyle content, and I wouldn't want it to become like a witch hunt where, you know, I put an emoji over her face all the time and it becomes a bit more of a bigger deal than it should be. But I also want to, like, it's not so much that I think she'll grow up resenting me for putting her online. For me, it's a safety thing. I wouldn't want her to be like recognised out when she's not with me. I don't think kids and children really understand boundaries and safety in terms of that. So I think when she's a baby and when she's little, I will probably share a bit, and I think as she grows up and becomes her own person and has, like, clearly looks like she will look like forever, then I think I'll probably phase her out and not put her online as much. So I think at the beginning you'll see a bit, and I think for me there's just always going to be that fine line of what I feel is appropriate as well. So I'm going to have to figure that out myself, and I might change my mind every now and again and decide that actually this month I don't want to put her in anything, and one month I might feel different about it. I think when she's little, when she's a newborn, I won't be as fussed. So again, we will see, but that's kind of how I feel about it now. Someone asked if I will be filming the birth. No, I won't be filming the birth. That's just not really for me. But something I do want to do is kind of always have my vlogging camera around over the summer, over those first few months, and just take as many clips of videos of things as possible. And then when I come back to work, I'll see if any of those are appropriate to put together like a little video for you guys to show how those first few months were. Something I always worried about is, like, I've grown up with so many home videos of my childhood, and I really want my kids to have that. And I don't want them to have pictures of me like posing for Instagram and like vlogs where I don't really show people properly, or I make it really like YouTube appropriate. So I want to just kind of film everything, and then I imagine I'll probably split the footage into like private stuff that's just for us, and I want to make videos and just keep them on a hard drive for her to watch when she's older, and then I'll take the stuff that's appropriate for YouTube and make like a little YouTube edit version. So I'm just going to take loads of photos and film everything if I can, if I remember, and I'll see if anything's worth like appropriate for sharing online after that. It's so weird because I know that I'm going to want to be sharing these things in the first few months, but I need to fight against that urge to share everything, because I really want to like be in the moment and appreciate it as well, and not always be thinking like, is this appropriate for YouTube? How am I feeling about the birth right now? As it stands, a couple of weeks off my due date. I'm really excited. I've never trained for anything in my life. I've never run a marathon or trained for a triathlon or anything like that, and I feel a bit like that's what I've been doing. I've been learning and studying and talking and researching, and I'm excited to like put those skills to use and see what my birth story is and how it pans out. At the moment I'm getting Braxton Hicks like every hour, and they are quite sore, and that worries me because I'm like, if I'm finding this sore, I know this is nothing compared. But I don't know, I'm hoping for my like natural water birth and stuff, but I won't be disappointed if I don't get that. I just want to know that I've done the best that I can. I'll be disappointed in myself if I like give up too soon or something. I think the best thing that could happen is that I have a quick labour, because I know for me like stamina would be an issue. I think if I ended up like in labour for over 24 hours, I don't know how I would last that. So I'm just praying that I'm like one of those lucky people that has like a 6-hour labour, because then I think I could do it, I really do. But we will see. I'm not kind of putting any expectations on it. I just want to know that all of this like studying and practicing has been worth it. I mean, it already has been worth it because I feel happy and excited now, and I think that's amazing considering I spent my entire 20s being scared of giving birth. The fact that I'm actually looking forward to it means that all this hypnobirthing stuff has actually worked. But when it starts, I just don't want to automatically freak out. I want to be able to at least spend a little while feeling relaxed and trying to kind of work through it. I don't know, I'm so excited. I'm starting to feel a little bit impatient because I'm quite uncomfortable at this point, but She will come when she is ready, or whatever they say. So what else can I update you guys on? We're so lucky that Rich gets a really, really great paternity leave. It's like a new thing his company have brought in. He's one of the first people to do it. So he gets like 3 months, which is unbelievable, because normally in the UK men get 2 weeks, which is just ridiculous, I think, for them to be able to go back to work after 2 weeks. I know that if you're exclusively breastfeeding, the man can't do much, but they're not necessarily there for the baby. They're there to support you, the woman. So I just think it's nuts. He's actually going to split it. So he's taking 6 weeks at the beginning, and then he's going to take his second 6 weeks when I need to start going back to work later in the year. So those first 6 weeks are going to be really nice for us to like bond with our baby, and like we can practice going on the tube together, so that when he goes back to work I can feel confident doing stuff like that, and he can get to know his baby. And then later in the year, when I like get a bit like panicked about work and feel like I need to start being proactive again, he'll be here to help, and it will also be nice for him to spend time with his baby as well when she's at a bit more of like an interesting age. After that, we have no idea what we're gonna do. Figure it out when I get to it. So I think that is it for now. I'm gonna say see you later, see you soon. Not entirely sure when, but I will be back, and thank you for being so nice throughout this whole pregnancy and leaving me such supportive, encouraging messages. Oh, another thing, when I announced that I'd had the baby, probably on, actually definitely on Instagram, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to share her name straight away, and that's because we've got 2 name options, so it just depends. If we feel like totally confident that that's her name, then I will. If we're not sure yet, then I'll save it for later, so just know that that might happen. I'm going to say thank you in advance for being patient with me, and even when I do come back later in the year, please be patient with me then as well, because I don't even know what that will look like. But I'm gonna try my best to kind of stay me and stay doing like a range of different content. So yeah, wish me luck. I'm very excited. Thank you so much. I'll be seeing you guys soon, and that's all. Bye.